In this video, I'm showing you 3 tips to stop autism meltdowns. All that, plus more, is coming up. Guys, welcome back to the Aspie World. What is going on? We are talking about stopping or potentially stopping autism meltdowns. Now, this is super interesting because meltdowns affect a lot of people on a lot of daily basis things. A lot of items can be triggering for people, and people can suffer from autism meltdowns for the most interesting things. But there is tactics that you can use to help stop autism meltdowns occurring, and I'm going to show you 3 of them right now in this video to help you with everything else. Guys, if you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Dan. What is up, YOLO swag? Only joking, I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a millennial. And I am autistic. I do videos on this every single week. So if you're new around here and you want to learn more, remember to hit the subscribe button by clicking that notification bell. And if you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, be sure to follow this page for daily videos. Right, guys, let's get into this video. So autism meltdowns, a very interesting one. I did a video recently talking about meltdowns and how moving house has caused me to have a trigger that I didn't even know would cause a meltdown, right? So I wish I knew a bit about this beforehand, because then it would have helped me further along. So what I've done since then is I did a little bit of research, and I did a bit of kind of like self kind of understanding, and realized, well, what would have helped me in that situation. And here are my 3 tips that I think are the best 3 tips you can use to help stop autism meltdowns happening or occurring in your life. Okay, so number 1 is identifying the triggers. Now, the first thing you need to do is look at things in your life that are causing you to be triggered, and that can create triggers. And then you make, an autism meltdown from those triggers. So it may be the fact that when you take your dog for a walk, it's always at a certain time of day, and the traffic is always really busy, and that sensory input is causing a trigger for you and could cause potentially a meltdown because you're trying to take care of the dog and there's all this traffic going on. So an easy way to fix that is, if you're looking at the trigger list that you've created, the potential trigger list you've created, then think, well, how do I do it? Well, I'll go walking the dog at a different time and I'll change my routine a bit. When you know what your triggers are, it's kind of like writing a list of problems, and then you write a list of solutions for them. So when you can action the solutions, you no longer have the problems. So you can instantly take away all of the pain that triggers cause by avoiding those trigger points, because you have listed them out and you've looked at them. A lot of people go through life and we just kind of go through the motions, and we don't really stop to think, whoa, that thing was triggering. But when you think about it, maybe going to the supermarket is triggering, maybe going to the cinema is triggering, maybe taking the dog. It's all down to you, but make that list and identify the solution to that issue. Okay, number 2 is create habits. Like, the next step is to create habits to change these triggers from something that makes you melt down to something that causes you to create change in the pattern and solution. Like I was saying in the last part, the simple way is laying out, all your clothes the night before. Now, this is really interesting. Habits are everything. Somebody who maybe have a trigger because they're always late because they want to get up and go, or maybe they're just late because they have trouble getting out of bed, and maybe they go, oh, I forgot to put my work uniform out or my gym clothes and whatever. Here's an idea. Put your gym clothes out the day before. Have a habit of putting out the clothes that you need the day after, the night before, so when you wake up, the clothes are already ready for you. It's one less thing on your list, so it's not going to trigger you. Things like that, forming habits, creating habits, is a really good way to please your brain and please the way that your body behaves and your ability to behave in certain situations, because what it'll do is it'll get you used to behaviors that are pleasing to your body rather than damaging to your body, because triggers are damaging, but positive things like helping yourself the night before, so in the morning of your one less item to worry about, is really pleasing for you, and that will reward you in certain types of dopamine, I guess, in certain ways. So number 3 is actually implement these habits. Now, implementing habits, what you need to do is create a list of all the habits that you want to kind of create or you want to implement into your life, and then stick to them like a ritual. Like every single day, you say to yourself the next day, okay, well, now I'm going to do this one, and everything starts with a step. So you've identified the triggers, you've made the habit, now make a list of all those habits and say, this is now my Bible. This is the thing I'm going to use every single day. Because what we have is a lot of demands on our life, because we need to do certain things all the time. But if we take just 10 minutes to prepare something else and form a habit and make a list of the habits that we want to achieve, the good habits, and follow those through, what you'll have is a decrease in negativity, a decrease in demand on you as a person, and an increase of pleasurable experience from yourself to yourself, which is a good thing. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but you get what I'm saying. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and drop me a comment with your thoughts. I'd love to read every single comment. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.